Did I not say yesterday that this stuff just seems a little weird to me, that I see a lot of red flags, that I was just uncomfortable with this? A lot of stuff just kind of, was I right or was I right? How are you guys all doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith and you're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I appreciate you guys doing so. Make sure that if you're following me on YouTube that you're also following me on the platform you see above and below. Give the video a thumbs up. That way this content like this can consistently be recommended to you, and it also helps push my content out in the YouTube shadow banning algorithm world. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. Once you click it, it's going to bring up a little tab. Make sure you select the part that says all notifications. All right. Appreciate you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get right on into this story because it's something that we got to talk about. Yesterday, I told you guys that this whole thing with the Cybertruck and the New Orleans thing, I said this just seems so strange, so many red flags going up in this. I mean, the FBI was just on it, knew everything already. I mean, they just were on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it seemed like it's just getting stranger and stranger. Here's the thing. The guy with the Cybertruck thing, Matthew Livelsberger or something like that, it exploded near the Trump Hotel, right? Exploded near the Trump Hotel. He's a 37-year-old Army veteran. I think he was with for 19 years. He was with the Green Beret. He was found deceased in the truck before the sparks and everything went off. Graduated summa cum laude. He lived in Colorado Springs, where the FBI has executed a search warrant at his home and reportedly served at the same exact military base, apparently, that Jabbar did. Something is not right about this, guys. Something is not right. This is why I have so much reservations when it comes to trusting our government. You can call me what you want to. You can call me a conspiracy theorist. Call me what you want to. But if we've seen what the feds can do with J6, come on now. I don't know who and what's going on, but I'm telling you right now, is this another way to when they want to try to segue us into another war with another country? They attacked on American soil. Who? ISIS. ISIS got these men, blah, 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 blah. We've been infiltrated, ladies and gentlemen. We've been radicalized. America is compromised. Now we got to go back over to another. Y'all, this is what I'm saying. It just don't. Let me just say this. Go with my conspiracy brain here a little bit. The same exact strategies that the feds used to get the J6ers to do what they did. Is it possible that they're trying to do this same exact thing? And let's just say more things happen futuristically. Are they trying to do this thing to get us American people all roused up and get us to respond like the J6ers did?
Posting disturbing videos on social media just hours before this attack, saying that he was inspired by ISIS. He had this desire to kill. Authorities also say there was an ISIS flag found in his car. So again, this trailer park overnight, we have video of where SWAT and the FBI swarmed for hours until late into the night. Officials also spent hours clearing everyone out who lives nearby, just taking precautions. So here's what we're learning. Shamsa Din Jabbar was a U.S. citizen from Texas. According to the FBI, he served in the Army between 2007 and 2015 as a human resource and IT specialist. He was deployed to Afghanistan for a year during that time. Then he stayed in the Army Reserve as an IT specialist until 2020 before he was honorably discharged. Now, in 2020, he posted this YouTube video here pitching himself as a real estate agent in the Houston area, claiming that his military experience would help.
I learned the meaning of great service and what it means to be responsive and take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hitch. So I've taken those skills and applied them to my career as a real estate agent, where I feel like what really sets me apart from other agents is my ability to be able to, one, be a fierce negotiator.
Well, court records show he was having big money problems, racking up tens of thousands of dollars in debt after a failed real estate career. Now, he was married twice. During his divorce filings, he mentioned that he could not keep up with his house payments anymore and child support. In 2020, a Texas judge granted his second wife a temporary restraining order against him. The order required him to stay far away from making threats or causing any physical harm to her or their children. Authorities also revealed that he rented the truck he used in the attack right here in Houston. I was able to speak to the truck owner on the phone. He confirmed to us that he used the Turo app, an app which does not require you to meet face to face. Now, there is a mosque just down the road, literally 1 minute away from here, but the community leaders have told everyone there not to speak to the media, telling them to stay united. So we continue to learn more about the suspect, and of course, we'll keep everyone updated on the very latest, Molly.
Brooke Taylor right there on the ground as investigators look for answers and also potentially any other suspects in this case. Brooke, thank you. Rich?
Molly, let's bring in retired FBI agent Bobby Chacon. And Bobby, thanks for joining us this morning. I want to start with some of the details that President Biden shared about this attack.
The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby.
Bobby, does that sound to you like someone who was just inspired by ISIS or actually received help from what's left of the organization?
Well, my personal belief, and thanks for having me, Rich, is that it's inspired by ISIS. I'm not sure he received any actual assistance from ISIS. He may have. I mean, then certainly they're looking hard into that. But the worldwide situation with ISIS is they're really busy trying to take over Syria, and that's their focus right now. In fact, 2 weeks ago, I think on December 19th, CENTCOM had a precision airstrike against an ISIS leader in Syria and killed 2 operatives from ISIS. Now, this individual may have known that, and this may be the last straw. I mean, you mentioned earlier in your reporting the marital problems, the financial problems, everything was mounting up on him. He's already, radicalizing with ISIS sympathies. And then this airstrike takes out 2 operatives from ISIS less than 2 weeks ago. I don't know if that incident had anything to do with him kind of flipping over that line, but certainly he was. And by the way, releasing that video hours before is a very ISIS trademark. They normally do a video from the person doing the suicide mission, and then it's either released right after the mission or just before the mission. That is a very common ISIS tactic. And they actually tell people when they're trying to put online radicalization materials out there to do that, to say, hey, make sure you claim ISIS sympathies when you do this, make a video and release it. So, I mean, all of this has the hallmarks of online radicalization being pushed by ISIS. Was a very sophisticated organization. They make videos, they put material out there. They kind of know how to radicalize people online. They know what to put out. And then it's just like fishing. It's somebody is going to take that hook if they're in the right lifestyle situation, if they're down on their luck like this guy was, financially, marital problems. He's probably the perfect individual that would be subject to that kind of online radicalization.
How does federal law enforcement even begin to combat that?
Yeah, that's a tough question. That's the million-dollar question, Rich, and that's the issue. You don't know who these people are. Everybody has problems, and everybody, has marital problems, financial problems. None of these are very unique. So it's hard to spot people that might be going down that radicalization road. I mean, you can monitor the dark web. You can monitor some of the ISIS materials. You have to do it on their end because you can't monitor every American that's having financial or marital problems, right? First of all, it's unconstitutional. But you can monitor the ISIS material and who's consuming it.
Right.
Again, that's a very hard job. There's a lot to do with that on the internet. And so that's how you can get to that, by watching their materials and who's consuming it.
Bobby, do you see any relation between what happened in New Orleans and the Tesla explosion at the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas?
Other than, it's really odd that they both were rented through the same app. Other than that, I really don't. And I think they're mirror opposite types of attacks. So in New Orleans, you had somebody hell-bent on a body count. He wanted to kill as many people as possible. He drove down and mowing down people until he couldn't drive anymore. Then he hopped out with a gun and started shooting. In Las Vegas, he parked in a place that wasn't very populated. And on the videos of that massive explosion, you don't see anybody else there. He had a truck that was going to send the force up and not out. I mean, the windows of that hotel just feet away weren't even shattered. So it was, if he wanted to kill people in Las Vegas, he would have taken that truck somewhere else. There's plenty of places in Vegas to take that truck, outside another hotel where people are queuing up for a show or something. Would have easily been his target if. So there are mirror opposite intentions to these attacks, and that's what makes me think they may not be connected. Yeah,
I mean, he could have driven the truck 3 blocks away, and he would have been run on Las Vegas Boulevard. Bobby Chacon, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
I'm just saying, it makes you just like, oh, come on now. Like, come on, man. Like Boosie said. Come on, man. Come on, man. Guys, this don't make any sense. They're knowing about divorces with Jabbar, financial issues with them. They got... The FBI was so busy and the Department of Justice was so busy looking at people like me, putting me on domestic terrorist list and everything like that. And then you got places like YouTube that you're watching right now who tries to censor every freaking thing that we do. But this dude was posting threatening things online and y'all AI couldn't flag that. Facebook or whoever, I don't even know what this dude posted. It doesn't even matter. He posted on one of the main Titan social media platforms and nothing. FBI and the dang old Department of Justice worried about parents like me speaking up and speaking out about what's going on in these school systems and what's going on with these crazy folks coming to the school dressed certain ways, pushing their sexual desires and their sexual ways onto children. They're worried about us more than this man doing this stuff right here or even the other guy. Y'all don't find this to be strange. Both of them are from the same military camp. The one at the Trump hotel, he was found allegedly with a gunshot wound to his head already before the truck exploded. This man went on a rampage doing what he did. They're saying they're being radicalized. Oh, they pledged their lives to ISIS. Well, Jabbar pledged his life to ISIS, whatever like that. Our own military people who's supposed to protect and love the country have been infiltrated by ISIS rhetoric? Really? I'm telling y'all right now, I'm sorry. I do not believe this right now. Right now, I do not believe a thing that they're telling us right now. I just don't, y'all. I'm sorry. I do not believe it. You can show me videos of the guy doing it. I'll look at it. I'll step back. I'll analyze it a little bit. But right now, I'm just telling y'all, I am skeptical of anything that they are saying right now on the news. I don't care if it's coming from Fox. I don't care who it's coming from. If they're telling me that the FBI is saying what we know right now is, See, it's really messed up because a lot of us Americans, we've lost our trust in them. That's what's messed up. Even if what they're saying is true, we're like, nope. Because what y'all did, look what y'all did to the country, man. Y'all went after parents. Y'all put people in jail. They didn't even give them due process. They're still sitting in jail right now. Some of the J6ers. There are people that we know for a fact that were feds at that place. Y'all know how to put some stuff together. Y'all know all this stuff about these people. But then again, the young man that tried to blow Trump's head off, he had no silverware in the house or nothing like. Y'all don't know anything about him. But we know he played. Come on. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know that I'm going on a tangent right now. I just have to push this out there because I'm telling you guys, this is where my mind is. And based off a lot of folks that I've talked to today, a lot of you and my other fellow American brothers and sisters that I was at these little conferences and things with today in these meetings, we're all on the same page with the way that we're thinking right now. We're just, oh man, I don't know about this, man. I know they saying all this and saying all that. That just seemed really strange, man. Why now? Why right now? They're saying, Ty, let me slow down. You might want to be on the lookout, Ty, because they're saying that there may be even more potential threats out there. They're saying that they're planning something else. They're saying that these people are all over different cities and everywhere, and they're all planning on doing exactly what? Ladies and gentlemen, it just don't feel right. It don't something, y'all, look, if it's not adding up, at least try to use your senses and profile it. Discern it. They're saying that this was a terrorist attack, and then they throwing ISIS in there. Keep on doing that. Terrorist, ISIS, terrorist, ISIS, terrorist, ISIS, radical, terrorist, radical, ISIS, terrorist, ISIS, terrorist. No. To me, and again, I want y'all to stay grounded with this. This was no different than our own America. This man was born and raised here in America and did this. What makes him different than any person that did this same exact type of act? Y'all throw ISIS behind and all of a sudden this is an attack on America and Americans. No, this is no different than black on black crime. This is an American who is a lunatic, who's crazy and did this. And who knows if this is not a trick to him just trying to place it on. He had ISIS flags. OK, what if the whole thing was to distract you because he was just pissed off at the divorce or whatever it is that he's going through, financial issues? We're going to find out. And he just did it, but he want to pin it on ISIS because the guy that was found in the Cybertruck, they both came from the same military bases. As far as I know right now, he didn't pledge nothing to ISIS or anything like that. Something just don't seem right, boy. I'm some Manchurian candidate type stuff right here. I'm not buying the ISIS stuff is all I'm telling y'all right now. I'm just not buying any of this. Now, if we find out later on in their manifesto or something like that, if there are any manifestos in length that both of them are just mad at the government, they may be, who knows you. Like I told you guys, don't be surprised if it's a Trump thing. They're pissed off at Trump because Trump, the president of our country, is going the wrong direction. He's a threat to democracy. But that has nothing to do with you want to take out other American brothers and sisters. So right now, I'm just calling a whole bunch of BS on a whole lot of stuff I see as red flags, guys. And that's my piece. I spoke my piece. What do you guys think about this thus far? Whatever it is, leave it in the comments below after this video. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, do what you see in that cloud right there. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's going to be up there. Things that I do as a variety right here. I am Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.